What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Personal Foul Podcast. I am your host, Colton Gesser. Alongside me is my co-host, Phil Sitta. Phil, how the hell are you?
I'm fantastic. We got some big baseball news right off the bat here. I don't know if you caught it because I know you were busy. And once again, I have to apologize to my fans that we had to start the show late again today because of my partner not being prepared.
That's fine. Family comes first around these parts, and I had to go watch my cousin ball out a little bit. But yes, what?
How did he do?
He had 23 points.
Oh, good for him. He's a stud like me because I coached him. That's right.
Anyway, you still suck, Phil. But yes, this is a Personal Foul Podcast. And again, follow us on the tickers below. Follow us on Facebook at Personal Foul Pod. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Personal Foul Podcast. We appreciate it. Get things off and running here. We'll start off with baseball, clearly, and then we'll jump into the football. New York Yankees get Cody Bellinger in a deal from the Chicago Cubs. I almost forgot. I almost said White Sox for some reason, even though they suck. Chicago Cubs, they get him. He's going to play center field for the New York Yankees. Your thoughts on the deal for Cody Bellinger?
Oh, how can you not love it? And yes, correct, Ray Trimble. This segment is now called Phil First, except it's PHIRST. The first few minutes, we'll discuss what I have to say in the sports world. I like that segment. Anyway, back to Bellinger. It's a no-brainer of a move. I hate to say it, Cashman's done well this week. He didn't sign Soto to that albatross of a contract. He picked up Bellinger on the cheap. He even got $5 million thrown in from the Cubs. I don't understand what the Cubs are doing, though. You trade for Tucker, you give away some assets, and then you trade away basically his protection in the lineup. I didn't understand that move by Chicago, but hey, whatever. I'll take it as a Yankee fan. It protects Judge in the lineup as well. Now, you're not going to get Cody Bellinger in 2019 when he was the MVP. I remember back in the day, everyone was saying, oh, yeah, Bellinger's better than Judge. Yeah. You're all wrong on that one. You failed miserably on that, especially all you clowns at ESPN, all you Yankee haters. But I am happy with the Yankees. I do like how they have a nice little lineup now because now you got Volpe, Jazz, you got Aaron, you got Bellinger, Stanton fifth. You put Dominguez sixth, Austin Wells seventh. Ben Rice is your first baseman right now. You got him batting eighth, and you got Cabrera at third base batting ninth. It's not the all-world lineup. But with this pitching staff, it's definitely going to help because now you throw out Cole, Fried, Rodon, Heel, and Schmidt every 5 days. You still have Stroman in case somebody gets injured. And the bullpen, I'm not loving it outside of Weaver and Williams because, it's lighter and then a big pile of crap afterwards. So I think the Yankees are going to have to, try to find some bullpen help once the cut down start in spring training. Hopefully they get a couple of quality arms, and then they go from there. I expect the Yankees to, once again, go back to the World Series, only to fail miserably because Aaron Boone will screw it up again.
Well, that's our Yankee stuff, and we'll now transition to the NFL, where, again, Phil sucks on his picks. Oh, boy, I can already taste that Surfside hitting my lips on the purchase of Phil Sitta. Oh, baby, I can't wait for picks.
Well, how did we do that?
I heard a tease from my uncle as I reported back on our great half-point victory in fantasy football. That's why I am the best. Oh, God, half a point. And I had a goose egg from Amari Cooper. That's great. This damn auction league, you guys all suck. And Phil gets bounced. It's great. But I'll give you your chance to shine. I know you've been waiting for it. The Eagle fans have been waiting for it. There it is, Kenny Warren. How about those Pittsburgh Steelers losing on Sunday, which I called because I'm the genius and I do not care when it comes to picking great spreads. I know you're scared to pick the Dolphins when there's a spread against them. You're scared to bet against the Dolphins. I, on the other hand, will not. I am a man of honor and truth, and when I see truth and I see great bets and great lines, I jump on them. Took the Eagles -5, covered that very easily. Steelers without George Pickens, offense is lost. Where the hell is Mike Williams? He's on the side of my milk jug. Where the hell is Mike Williams at? I don't understand why you traded for him in Pittsburgh, yet I keep seeing Scotty Miller. Phil, you got nothing on me. You can give me that. I don't give a crap what you want to talk about here. I don't care what you got to say about Pittsburgh.
No. We're going to talk about this game. I definitely want to get into this game. Where are my notes here? Yeah. Now, if I recall, just last week, You were saying that your team is Super Bowl contenders.
They are. They
Am I
are
right or
1,000,000% contenders. I guess you
Last
forgot they
week,
had no. I guess
how
you forgot
the
they had no
hell-
Deshaun Elliott. They had no Deshaun Elliott, who's been one of the best safeties in football. No Larry Ogunjobi. And let me guess, one of the best receivers in football in George Pickens. That's usually how bad it goes. How bad did Philly look when they had no Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown? You remind me. They looked like dog water. And so
They
did
won their
Jalen Hurts.
games.
Congratulations. When they missed
won
the
the
game,
games.
they both sucked. Sorry to tell you.
Look.
Look.
The Steelers got humiliated on Sunday, okay? That was an ass whipping. 40 minutes to 20 minutes in time of possession? That's awful. Don't sit there and shake your head with your hair flopping around like this.
If Najee Harris doesn't fumble, they're in the game.
Sunday.
They started horrendous on
tell me that
offense.
is a Super Bowl contending team.
They're
That was
Super
trash.
Bowl contending team. Sorry to remind you.
That was Jet-esque. That's how bad they were on Sunday.
No.
That was absolutely terrible. Najee Harris, 32 yards. That's what we're gonna. Wilson, 14 for 22, 128. I mean, that last drive took 10 minutes. Where's your vaunted Steeler D? Where is it? Gone.
I know you missed two big pieces on their defense. Like I just told you, it's like you don't listen. You have selective hearing. Phil, how old are you? Phil, how old are you? You have selective hearing. Phil, you're right. You have selective hearing.
Oh, look at this. Will Solis chiming in. Colton's fantasy season ends this week. Oh, it's a big game this week with you, Colton. Colton and Will, two big mouths. I can't wait to watch one of you ass clowns fall. I can't wait. The loser will hear.
Oh, just like you, Phil, class clown. Oh God, I'm already filing in your picks. That's what I'm doing. If anyone's ever wondering, I'm doing the old picks now. Oh God, I love seeing Phil in the negative. Oh, this is looking great. Oh, and I see Karen Warren in the comments. You got lucky, Karen. 2-1 this week. You're not as good as me.
Oh.
But yeah, the Steelers are still contenders. I don't care what you got to say. This is what happens when you don't have their best target on offense. This is exactly what the offense looks like. And by the way, how bad they looked. They were only down 4 at the half. You realize it. And by the way, they were driving down again. And if Najee Harris doesn't fumble the game away, the Steelers are in the game still. So I'm very happy. And I could sleep at night knowing they haven't won in Philly in over 60 years. I knew they were losing this game because I'm a real fan. I know what my team does.
All right, if you're a real fan, then answer me this question. Why is Warren not getting the ball more?
Why is Mike Williams not getting the ball? That's my wonderful question. I don't understand why Mike Williams is getting traded for. He doesn't.
Mike Williams is not good. Did you see what he did on the Jets this year?
His first snap as a Steeler and his one catch was a hell of a catch. You even text me. What a catch by Mike Williams. Thank you. No shit. The Steelers just don't play Mike Williams. I have no idea why. I have a lot of questions why certain players don't play enough. I have no idea. Mike Tomlin for you. Anyway, Steelers are still contenders. I don't care what you have to say. We'll start off with Thursday night.
Are they beating Buffalo right now?
What's up?
Can they go to Buffalo and win?
No, but guess what? That's still a contending team. I can see the Steelers playing them in the AFC Championship game. That is a contending team.
Well, no, because they have to play Buffalo first and then go to Kansas City.
No, I think Buffalo's going to end up getting the 1 seed with Mahomes hurt. We'll get to him in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry to tell you. Rams, ugly game Thursday night. God, another one of your shit picks. Rams, you thought blew their load. Nope, they end up winning 12-6. Niners absolutely suck. They're screwed going forward with Brock Purdy. They suck. Your thoughts on the game? I got nothing to say. It's 12-6.
First of all, thank you, Brock Purdy, for giving me absolutely nothing in fantasy in a couple of leagues, although it did help me beat Ray Trimble in the Whiting League. But thank you, Purdy, for doing absolute ass for me this week. The Niners, they missed McCaffrey. It's pure and simple. I don't understand why they played him in the snow in Buffalo. That totally killed their season. I would have waited to play him till after that game. Then he would have been ready for the stretch run. The team misses him so bad. And Devontae Campbell, are you kidding me? He walks off the field in the third quarter. There's a lot of issues in San Francisco right now. A lot of issues. More issues than your Steelers.
Yeah, clearly. One's making the playoffs, the other one isn't, Phil. So that's really great analysis from you. God,
that's right.
That sucks. Speaking of sucking, Carolina, you got that one right. I'll give you that. That's why I didn't touch it. Carolina loses 30-14 at home for the first time as favorites, and they will now forever go back to being non-favorites. They lose 30-14 to the Cowboys. I can give, again, a rat's ass about this game. Your thoughts?
The game means nothing. Thank you, Chuba Hubbard, for doing absolutely nothing for me against a terrible Dallas defense. 10 carries for 32 yards. Young looked like the Young of old, unfortunately. That was a definite regression game for them. Dallas stinks, and Carolina took a step back. But I saw it coming. Why? Because I'm the genius, and you're not.
Yeah, you're not the genius when you go 1-2 in picks again. Sorry to tell you. Wrong. Dolphins. Your Dolphins lose 20-12. Tua, where the hell is Tagovailoa throwing the football to the other team? Your thoughts?
Exactly. I got my Tua ass shirt on this week. First of all, let me get to Mike McDaniel. The man is 3-12 against teams 500 or over in his tenure as Miami head coach. That is pitiful. You're not going to last long as a coach. Now, the problem with that is if he gets fired because he can't, he'll probably be around next year. But then what do you do with Tua? Because the only reason why Tua got that contract is because of McDaniel. There's no way in hell that you're going to keep the both of them for this long all the way. Because McDaniel has to do a better job of coaching. He's awful. He should be, like I said, he's Aaron Boone Jr. with some of the decisions he makes. 3rd and 15, and you throw a little 3-yard screen pass. Go try to get a pass interference once in a while. Throw the ball deep. You had Waddle, who of course got hurt again. Thank you for me, a 0 in another fantasy league with Cup. And then you have Hill. Go deep. What are you doing? Go deep. Get the PI calls. They don't do that. They like to play their little stupid screens every 2 seconds. It makes me sick. And so are these comments here. You guys will not have a podcast. The only podcast you need to listen to is right here with me and Colton. This is the only podcast that matters. That's right. As for Miami, you kept saying, oh, they have a chance. They have a chance. I knew they had no chance. They are Miami. They will continue to be Miami until they start drafting well. Chris Greer needs to be fired. He's an awful, awful GM. He cannot draft to save his life. He's had one good pick in the past 10 years, Tua, and I can't even call that a great pick. The Dolphins are a joke. Just tank the rest of the year. Get 5 offensive linemen in the draft because that offensive line is terrible.
We'll take our tracks to the AC unit of the NFL, MetLife Field, where the Giants got annihilated by the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson puts on a show to try to throw his name back in the hat in the MVP race, 35-14. Ravens win. Nothing really to talk about with this one. Glad I jumped over that spread, biggest I've ever taken, but easy money. Giants suck. Ravens don't. That was pretty easy. We'll work our way to South Beach as the Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the New York Jets in the Devontae Adams show for the New York Jets and giving false hope again for this franchise to re-up another year of Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I love it. Let them get false hope for beating a shit Jacksonville team. They win 32-25. I really got nothing to say about it. Devontae Adams went off, showing a little Devontae Adams of old. I don't know if you have anything to say about it. I could care less. It's just false hope for the Jets.
I mean, look, the Jets won a game. Whoop-de-doo. Good for them. Oh, yeah, Jet fans. Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. I can't wait. Oh, that's all I got to hear. These mealy-mouthed Jet fans, including you, my nephew, Indy. Your team is trash. Every time you open your mouth about them, they're trash. The Jets are nothing but they play in a big trash can. They play in a dump in the Meadowlands. It's perfect for them. All your fans are trash. Jet fans suck. I have nothing else to say about the Jets.
Thank you, Phil. The Bengals beat the Titans 37-27 in a controversial game. Thankfully, they didn't come back to bite the Commanders. The refs, holy cow, they suck. How the hell do you run the clock on that play? They win 20-19 over the Saints as the Saints scored a late touchdown, did not get the 2-point conversion. They lose. But God almighty, the refs suck this season. How the hell do you all of a sudden call stop the clock there? Like, what are we doing? The officials suck.
I was watching the game. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? But that's the refs. Oh, yeah. And the fans are pissed off. With all this betting going on now, the fans are thinking, oh, these refs are betting on the games, and they're trying to do things, to pocket themselves cash, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it happened in the NBA. Doormat, you stink. Go to hell. Trade me Wemby, you bum. I give him a fair trade. He laughs at me.
He doesn't even have Wemby, ding dong.
It wasn't him. Or whoever had Wemby.
You're an idiot, per usual. Maybe Matt is right. Maybe you are a loser.
Whatever. Who cares? I'm going to win that league. But back to the Commanders. They've fallen on some hard times. They may have won the game, but they lost that game as far as I'm concerned. You can't let a garbage team like the Saints with Jake Hayner, who's a trash quarterback, come and try to win the game on you in the last drive of the game. Absolute trash. And yes, fuck Joe Sliso indeed, Ian. He sucks. It was Deer Week last week. What does he shoot? A little dough. What a wimp he is. You suck, Sliso.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Yes. Again, I don't understand the officiating with all this money involved. It's a simple adjustment. Just have a sky judge fix these things. I think if you have a sky judge, these problems don't happen, especially with the missed face mask calls. Like, it's just simple things that the NFL just doesn't want to do for some reason. Yeah. We'll continue on. The big news of the week would be the Kansas City Chiefs winning over the Cleveland Browns. But the big news out of the game, Patrick Mahomes and his ankle injury. What does that do to the Chiefs going forward? Do they sit him, knowing that they have a good chance at the 1 seed still, and ride Carson Wentz and get a healthy Mahomes? What do you do if you're the Kansas City Chiefs here? They win 21-7 over the Cleveland Steamers.
Oh, that was the big news in that game? I thought the big news was that Winston got benched. That guy's a bum. God, does he stink. Another 3 interceptions. Holy hell. 16 for 25, 146. That guy is atrocious. But if I'm Andy Reid, I'm sitting Mahomes. There's no way in hell I'm letting him play the next 2 weeks. You have a 2-game lead. Yeah, you're at Houston. I forget what the next game is, but
Pittsburgh, Christmas.
Pittsburgh, yeah. They should beat Pittsburgh.
I knew you were going to say that. You couldn't help yourself.
I know. But, I mean, they have a capable backup. What is it, Wentz, right?
That's
Carson
right.
Wentz.
I just said that, but yes, Phil. Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed it. I was reading the comments. I got to take care of my fans. Fans come first. You got to remember that, Colton. So, yeah, they have a decent backup quarterback. It's going to be the Pacheco and Hunt show anyway the next couple of weeks. Why risk going for a 3-peat? Just sit him. It makes absolutely no sense. You have a 2-game lead. Let him go on. Let Wentz play. Blah, blah, blah. Move on. That's what I would do. And I think that's what Reid's going to do.
Yeah, the NFL is definitely a little questionable. I don't understand how they keep getting away with it with all the money being spent, and that's not talked about more.
The problem is we all watch it no matter what.
Oh, correct.
There's all this controversy, isn't that right there, Doormat? All this controversy going on, and yet we still watch no matter what because we all love football.
We also had the surprise game of the week, the Buccaneers beating the Chargers 40-7. I was $225 right there at the goal line. The damn Chargers bungled me. Thoughts?
You took the Chargers?
Oh, yes. I absolutely took the Chargers in a parlay on Sunday. Yes.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have. I love Tampa Bay. How can you go bet against Baker Mayfield? You have Mike Evans back?
You had to hurt Bucky Irving, and their pass rush is very good.
Chargers I'll give you the Irving, but he ended up playing that hell. What do you have, 117 yards? Yes, he did. The thing with the Chargers right now is your boy Harbaugh, he hasn't come in like a great balls of fire like I thought he was going to. He's played very, very conservatively, and I think it's actually hurt. What's his name? Herbert. I think it's actually
got the weapons. It's a next year thing. The fact that the Chargers are even relevant is the question, is the big thing.
Oh, there's talent there. It's not like there's no talent.
Ah, gosh, Quentin Johnson just drops the ball a bazillion times. Stop it, and he's throwing Josh Palmer.
A great receiver.
Oh, great! They just drafted
Dobbins getting hurt really killed because Gus Edwards stinks. I don't know why they're not playing the rookie they drew. Was it Vidal? I think they don't play him at all, and I don't understand that. But that's Harbaugh.
So, yes, that was the big upset of the week. The big game of the week, clearly this should not have just been the same time as the Steelers-Eagles, but it was. Nice job on the shit NFL. Bills at Lions, 48-42. Buffalo wins. Josh Allen, I think, is icing himself up. Might as well get him the MVP trophy. Already shipped to Buffalo. He has been absolutely amazing. They win 48-42. Game of the season, even though Dan Campbell continues to make question marks as a head coach. What the hell's he doing outside kicking? I got it. His defense is all torn to crap. So, I mean, try to get the ball back. But, God almighty, what are you doing?
So he does the onside kick with 10 minutes left, but then doesn't do it with 7 minutes left. That made absolutely no sense. I mean, you put your defense right back out there. Your destroyed, injury-depleted defense. I mean, Mike, I don't know how many more injuries this team can take. Davenport, Hutchinson, Anzalone, McNeil now has a torn ACL. Jarvis, he has a broken jaw. I mean, what a decimated defense. But that's not the biggest injury of all. Because if you recall what the genius said last week, if someone on offense gets lost, that team is done. And now with Montgomery tearing his ACL, I love Gibbs, but that's a 1-2 combo. So as far as I'm concerned, the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC right now. As long as they stay healthy, as long as A.J. Brown stays healthy, and for last I read, he still is. But I think they're going to end up getting the 1 seed. The Lions, they got a tough schedule the rest of the way. They're at Chicago this week. That's no easy game. Then they got to
Oh, yeah. Chicago's not an easy game. That team sucks.
That's not an easy game. That's a division rivalry game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mr. I know everything over here. You don't know Jack. You say your Steelers are going to go to the Super Bowl.
10-game cushion on you, man. Oh, gosh. I already taste the Surfsides.
Get the hell
taste
out
it on my lips.
But,
speaking of the NFC North, Green Bay with another win over Seattle. Seattle might be in trouble with the injury to Geno Smith. They might have lost the division with that injury.
Yeah, they may have, because when what's his name came in, the backup, what's his name?
Sam Howell.
Howell, yes, who I actually liked. He looked like trash. He looked like.
Of course, you like him. He's garbage.
Yeah, he was absolute trash. So if Smith is done, so are the Seahawks, and it's a shame because it's going to hurt the fantasy value of Jackson Smith-Njigba and Charbonnet and Walker and all those guys, because hell, you're going to put 8 in the box now against them. That's what I would do if I'm Seattle, because what the hell? Howell, he can't. I mean, he looked like he had a noodle on him. I couldn't believe how bad he played last week.
Yeah, he was awful.
Poor job.
We'll stay in the NFC North. Vikings taking care of business against those crappy Chicago Bears, 30-12. Addison and company deliver the goods. Justin Jefferson finds Painter. Aaron Jones, Cam Akers both get involved in the dance. And gosh, man, Caleb Williams is getting his ass beat, and the team sucks. Not really great for a first overall pick. Not really great.
No, he's been absolutely atrocious. But the most important player last night was that defensive player who got you that assisted tackle that gave you the win over the
wrong game, Phil. Wrong game.
Oh, wasn't that the game?
Nope, Raiders, baby. How about those Raiders?
That's right. My bad. But yeah, Caleb Williams, he's been a bust as far as I'm concerned. He's taken a lot of sacks. He holds on to the ball way too long. He holds it like Tua. He's going to end up getting hurt. He's got to learn to get rid of the ball quicker, which I don't know how he doesn't with those 3 receivers. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And Cole Kmet. Where's Cole Kmet?
I'm not. They're the New York Jets of the NFC. It's a perfect analogy of a team.
Yeah, they're the Jets. Quarterback.
The Jets had all these high expectations and then fell flat on their face. The Bears draft the number 1 overall quarterback. They have weapons on the outside for him. They add a few pieces defensively. Oh, this is a team to get a wild card spot. No, they suck again. The Bears are cursed, and so are the Jets.
Yep. They drafted the wrong quarterback again.
I don't know if they drafted the right quarterback, I think he still would have sucked.
No, I think Daniels would have been a hell of a lot better than over there than Williams. You don't think so?
I think they're just cursed as a franchise. I just think they're
they are.
Falcons win. Arnie Lauer gets his I guess win over the garbage Raiders with Desmond Ritter. 15-9. Gosh,
that was embarrassing.
They have some questions.
Enough of Cousins.
Kirk Cousins go. They have some questions as far as Kirk Cousins go.
Put Penix in. I mean, they have nothing to lose at this point because the way Cousins is playing right now. I mean, my God, they got guaranteed contract with him for 2 more years. The NFL is going to wake up and stop throwing away these guaranteed contracts to these quarterbacks. I mean, you got Tua, you got Cousins, you have Jacksonville long-haired guy.
Trevor Lawrence.
What's his name? Lawrence. I mean, you got these albatross contracts, and it's going to hinder the franchise for years. I mean, the NFL is going to wake up and go, all right, we got to stop paying these guys. They're going to have to do like what San Francisco did. Build around and get a system quarterback. And then if you got to pay him later on, you got to pay him. But if I'm San Francisco, I'm not paying Purdy right now either because he's been terrible. You could tell that whole team's all about McCaffrey.
1,000%. Colts throw away their season with a trick play that ends up turning into a pick 6.
How embarrassing.
Poor Nate Brown. That team sucks. 31-13. Speaking of the Broncos, they win. Arizona, final game of the week, they win 30-17 in a useless game. Thank God Kyler Murray sucked and I somehow escaped with a win. And Will, you're going down. Kiss my ass. And it was great to see Phil lose in fantasy again this week. Oh, dude, that guy sucks.
I had some brutal losses, but the one big win I had was against you, Tyler Granado. I beat you by 80 points. That game was over on Thursday. I took this shirt and I wiped my ass with it, and I thought of you. That's how bad I beat you. You stink, Tyler. I own you. That's right. I will win it all. And Madden,
Yeah.
I got his brother-in-law next week. I'm going to destroy the entire Granado family. I own them. I'm going to beat all their asses. I will win it all.
Yeah, you will definitely not win it all. And now it is time for everyone's favorite segment. It is time for Beat the Genius with an updated standings of Mike Bauer. I think Mike Bauer was 10-11 that last week. Well, Mike Bauer went 2-1 on picks. I think he is now 12-12. He was the only name I didn't update. Ray with a great week. He's been yelling at me on the comment section. He goes 5-1 with extra picks. So shout out to Ray Trimble. I see you there in the comments. He is now 24-18. The great genius continues to suck balls at picks. He is now 21-1. What an awful stat line. This guy sucks.
The real Watson contract.
The real genius of the show is now 26-16. Nice 10-game cushion on Phil. Oh, it feels fucking great. And Karen Warren, 19-14 with a 2-1 week for Karen Warren. Phil, floor is yours. Can you finally get a positive picks? Please, let's get positive picks for the folks.
I'm going to start off on a positive note. Ray and I, we coach my nephew Keith, and I'll never forget the kids. He put a stellar 10 points, and we won 14-10 on Saturday. That's right. By the way, Ray, I can't make the game this Saturday. I have a Christmas party. It's a Saturday night game, 6 p.m. You got to fly solo that week, but don't worry, I'll be there for practice tomorrow. I'll be there for moral support because you need the genius. That's why we win, because I'm the genius. And speaking of the genius, here come my picks for this week. Are you ready? I am starting with Green Bay. -14. Yes, I am taking that big ass spread. They're going to crush. I mean, and you have 14?
I have 13.5.
13.5? All right, even better. So I'll take that 13.5. Next game I'm taking is Tampa Bay. I have a -4.
I have that as well.
All right. And my last pick, and I can't believe I'm taking them. It might be the first time ever. And they'll probably fail me because they're the Jets. But I'm taking the Jets on Sunday. They're a home favorite. +3?
You're correct.
+3 over the Rams. It is supposed to be freezing, cold, and windy. The Rams have 0 chance. Take the money line with the Jets. I hate taking the Jets. I know my nephew Indy's probably throwing up right now because I'm taking that god-awful team. But I got to take the Jets this week. I was looking at the lines. I don't like them. I think their defense is too beat up, Kenny.
Yeah, I think I'm going Lions. I think the Bears suck.
They do. I don't know. Division game at home.
I know. Lions, I hear you. I'm going to take the Minnesota. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings +3. Right? They're somehow
+3.
No. They're -3. They're -3. Relax. I ain't shaving points here.
3.5.
-3 Minnesota. I am also taking Tampa Bay -4. I'm jumping on that as well.
You jump on my bandwagon.
Oh man, the rest of these games suck to pick.
Yeah. And the NFL has a problem. There's a lot of bad games at the end of the year this year. There's a lot of teams that are already out of it. NFL is a huge problem. There are some unwatchable games the rest of the way, and that's bad for the product. And especially I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to take the Steelers +6. Games are always close. I'm going to take the Steelers +6. I think that's an asinine spread. I did look at it. But with Pickens still hurting and with the possibility of one out.
Pickens back at practice, more mobile today. So I have a weird feeling George Pickens plays this game.
Maybe he will, but I don't think he does. I think he
and I got Karen Warren's picks as well with Indy -3.5. And he's also jumping on the wagon of the Minnesota Vikings -3. Sorry, Kenny, it is 3 on mine. That was what you will be getting. So you even get a half a point. So that is Beat the Genius. Phil sucks. It's great. Nice cushion for me. We'll be back again next week. Appreciate everyone for tuning in.
Two quick things. NBA Cup, whatever the hell that is, nobody cares. Get rid of that. Bring the hand check back. I'm almost to the point where get rid of the 3-point shot because nobody cares about basketball anymore. And number 2, New York Islanders, Barzell back. Oh, what do? We lose to the worst team in the league in the Blackhawks. Lou Lamoriello, you need to go. You have done nothing. You make me sick. And so does Tyler Granado. You suck, Ty. I beat your ass. I'm going to beat your brother-in-law's ass. That's right.
I'm Colton. That's Phil. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll be back again next week. We'll do it. I think we'll do a show next week before for Christmas, right? We'll do a show.
Right. It's Christmas Eve. We're going to have a Christmas Eve podcast.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve next Tuesday? Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Christmas Eve's Tuesday.
Oh, you ain't getting a show out of me. We'll do one Monday.
Why? Where the hell you got to go?
Me? I'm gone all day Christmas Eve. Sorry to tell you.
Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve. We can't do a Christmas Day.
We're going to have to do shows on we'll have to do a show on Monday. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Probably Monday, people. Don't worry. The genius will be here for you. No matter where I am, no matter what time. The genius is here for you fans.
Genius is always here, and that would be me. Because, again, look at the picks. It would be me. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll be back again next week. Phil, you still suck. Appreciate everyone.
Go win this week. You suck, Will.